Welcome, everybody, to Command and Conquer Generals. Right now I'm having some issues with my HDMI adapter working with my television at the moment to play Wolfenstein, so Return to Castle Wolfenstein and all of my remaining PlayStation 2 streams that I wanted to do are going to have to wait a little bit until I can replace that. I'm going to place an order for it sometime today, probably right after I'm done streaming. I'm going to take a walk after I'm done streaming, get myself out of the house a little bit so I don't get too much cabin fever. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Sorry. Hey there, Lizzie. Welcome to the show. So, this game has 3 factions for you to play as. There's also a training setup. The training setup I never actually played before I played the 3 main campaigns, and it's not actually hard at all to learn how to do things. We're gonna start with the Chinese campaign. It's the first campaign you're supposed to play. I'm gonna play this on hard mode and see how tough hard mode is. Normal mode so far is very easy. The game is barely reactive and doesn't respond to you very much or very well for the most part. So, we'll see what happens. So here we go with the first campaign of Command and Conquer Generals.
I am Lin Zhang, your senior intelligence officer. Today, as we claim our righteousness among the world's leading nation, your troops will provide security for the glorious display of our military strength. The People's Army will not tire in our pursuit of the terrorist enemy.
Didn't fit the whole page, had to stretch it. It's not got 1080p resolution. No, it doesn't. This is a very old game, yes. This was made not too long after Command and Conquer Red Alert 2, I think? And Tiberian Sun. I want to say Tiberian Sun and Red Alert 2 were older. I know Command and Conquer Red Alert 1 were some of the earliest. Were the first games. Old like you. Actually, I think these games are older than me. I'm pretty sure these games were made before I existed. Either that or they were made when I was still just a very little kid at like 8 years old. Watch out for that truck! Victory and death, that fucking lunatic says before he detonates a nuke in the middle of Beijing. What a fucking lunatic. In stereotypical Chinese accent? China number 1. Oh god. Pretty sure if I went into your brain, this is what it would look like. No, my brain would look a lot worse than this. So, the Chinese are very much a horde faction. There's kind of 3 main ways to play this game, depending on what faction you're playing as. Will very much depend on kind of how you need to play the game. And in the case of China relies very much on horde tactics in this game. Their troops gain damage bonuses and defense bonuses when they fight together, They become more resilient as they fight. The promotion mechanic, I believe, also gets introduced in this game. The GLA rely on guerrilla warfare, ambush tactics, stealth tactics, and toxin as well as explosive tactics. Chinese swarm the shit out of the battlefield with lots and lots and lots and lots of troopers and lots of different tanks.
You are now set to commence your attack.
The Chinese accents in this game are very stereotypical, by the way. Damn! Well, they burned down half the forest, but they killed all the GLA troopers in there. The GLA kind of resemble Middle Eastern terrorists in a lot of ways, or what, like Al-Qaeda and things like that were. I believe this game was made before that was a really big thing, so I don't think that was intended. I don't think that was intended to be contemporary. I don't honestly know. It very well could have been. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know for a fact, because honestly, I don't. Troop crawlers, they come with 8 red guard units, so when you pay $1,400 for these, you're not just paying $1,400 for the troop crawler, you're also paying for the troopers. Research the ability to capture buildings. The Chinese have the red guard basic unit, gets a horde bonus. The tank hunter also gets a horde bonus. They'll let you know if it gets a horde bonus with the unit that they describe. The dragon tank does not, but the dragon tank is basically a anti-infantry and anti-building tank. These guys are actually pretty cool tanks.
Yes, General. Moving to new area. The People's Army. Ready for orders. It's very hot in here. Moving now, sir.
Researching capture building is very useful because it allows your troops to not only capture neutral structures like this, and you'll see just how slow that is. It's very hot in here. Oh god. The stereotypical Chinese accents are hilarious to me. Yeah, it took him a minute to capture that building. Capturing buildings is not necessarily something you can just do. Like, you can waltz in and capture an enemy base, but as you can see, it takes a minute. Capturing oil derricks like this, though, gives us bonus credits. The way resource gathering works in this game is you have supply trucks as the Chinese. Those trucks will go out to supply docks, pick up supplies, they'll bring them back to a supply center, and then they'll sell those supplies in order to give you money. They carry about 300 credits worth, or 300 bucks worth per. The bad thing about dragon tanks is not only do they not get the horde bonus that a lot of Chinese units do, as you can see, they're actually kind of fragile tanks, because that one damn near died. You can, if you want to, send back your tanks to repair themselves. I'm not doing it simply because I have way more units than the GLA do right now, and I'm badly outnumbering them to the point where they can take out a few of these dragon tanks. It's not going to fucking help them. You'll gain promotions as well, and you can press this tab here in order to pull up your experience menu. You won't be able to pick every power you could possibly want, so you'll need to choose a little bit and kind of cherry pick what power do I actually want. This is a repair field. Every so often you can freely provide a small repair to your forces. Hitting the wrong button. They cannot destroy China! Yay! Looks kind of like the HUD of the Warhammer RTS. I'm pretty sure that was made after this one was. But I think you're thinking of the original Dawn of War which, yeah, that game was pretty old. It was that one was also made a while back. I'm mostly playing this because I love Command and Conquer. I really want to put Command and Conquer 3 on the channel, but I really need to improve my skill at it first.
Terrorists have targeted buildings in the commercial center. The threat must be crushed and eradicated. Strike hard, General, and without mercy.
So, tank hunters, Gatling tanks, battle masters, that's kind of what the mission is subtly, like, suggesting to you to use. We'll see very quickly why. Hong Kong, China, the Hong Kong crisis. So we've got to take out another GLA cell that's attacking in this area. No, just play it. Learn as you go. No, trust me. Like, you need, like, I need a little bit more skill play at those games because, oh my god, I'm bad at them. I'm surprised that Steam makes this run magically when it ran like ass back when I had Origin on my PC. Oh no! They bombed the bridge! Get the hell out of there! Those are also GLA boats under there. Chinese always appear red in the story mode. The US always appear blue. And the GLA always appear green. Holy shit! Yes, you are. Origin is evil spawn. I honestly, I think it is.
You are going to have to destroy the attached parking structures to stop the terrorist threat.
Destroy the convention center and its attached parking structures to stop the threat of the GLA.
General, that's all that's left of the assault force. We need to build a command center and a radar dish.
That's not a good spot. Try another. A very good plan, General. We're building our base on the field.
We don't really have a choice, dumbass. So yeah, we're going to build our base on the field. Why are you building on a running track? I have no choice. Where else would you like me to build my base? I don't know, somewhere top secret like Area 51. I think I actually misplaced my command center a little bit because I'm going to have to build my supply center over here. And I need the supply trucks to reach. Oh, the supply center is actually a little bit smaller than I thought. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I'm going to construct a couple of Gatling turrets down this lane, and then I'm going to construct a few over here. Whenever you build a supply center, by the way, it gives you a free supply truck so you can get supplies started. That way it doesn't totally, you know, bean dip your ass and lock you in if you don't really have much money. Okay. Okay. Let's construct a barracks. So you'll notice we built a command center. We don't actually have the ability to use radar yet. Well, you need to, as the Chinese, buy a radar dish in order to be able to get it. For some reason, the Americans just get radar on their map by having a command center, because theirs has a built-in radar dish for whatever unholy reason. And the GLA have to build radar vans. How nice of them. Fresh reinforcements from the local train station. Also, there's another supply dock over here. I can get more money from here. Now, I know from playing this that up here is a lot of toxin areas, but there's also something I can get to make my vehicles cheaper. The problem is that it's covered in toxin tractors. And toxin tractors kind of butcher infantry. What? Oh, he's literally running over all of the lights, and I can hear him knocking the lights over. He just ran over a barbed wire fence. Also, Area 51 is in the U.S. and this particular campaign takes place in China. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to do something like Area 51. Just trying to make sure that I don't run out of power. These supplies are not going to last nearly as much as this dock is. And if you look, it'll tell you how much is on that dock. So you'll know when you need to go get more supplies. The game's not a total sack of shit.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, the train will periodically, by the way, come by and drop off additional troops for you, which is nice. There we go. Now I can get a war factory. It will look real nice when it's done. I love the way those guys talk. Yeah. Gatling turrets do not fuck around. They're a strong anti-air and anti-infantry defense. Not so good at anti-vehicle, though. And that's kind of why I built a battle bunker over here. Also, I'm going to add landmines. Because why wouldn't you add landmines? Okay. You can build dozers out of your main command center. Dozers are what basically do everything for you. Research black napalm. Grants a 25% damage upgrade to all flame weapons. Very, very nice to have. I want the stuff up here. Actually, cancel that. Get a few dragon tanks.
The GLA have sent in their toxin factors. They fire a toxic green ooze. Keep your infantry away from them and use the tanks to deal with this new threat.
Yeah, once you start building up tanks or after a certain amount of time passes, this triggers. Toxin tractors do exactly what she described. They spew a nasty viral toxin all over your soldiers, and they lay waste to infantry doing that shit. And this is one of the reasons why the GLA are a horrible, horrible faction. For anybody wondering what GLA stands for, it stands for Global Liberation Army. That's just the crack of shit that they spew. If a vehicle also takes too much damage, by the way, you can send it back to the War Factory in this game, and it will heal. It heals for free, which is different from in the first Command & Conquer game, where sending units back to the War Factory did not actually heal them for free. It healed them on a cost. I'm more trying to destroy this building than I am that building, because that building is not going to break. That's why I wanted to destroy that building. That building was full of toxic chemicals. It was highly corrosive. Additional troops. Okay. Let's get over there. Dipshit.
Good work, gentlemen. You've destroyed their toxin base. Now they should be able to throw any more toxin factors. Unit lost.
Damn it, I was trying to get my tanks away from that. And like an idiot, I sent one into it. He's gonna die.
Unit lost.
Yeah. Fucking bomb cars. Fun fact about your barracks in this game, by the way. You can order your troops to go back to the barracks if you want them to heal.
Everything ready here.
Damn. Oh dear God, wow.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You have been promoted. Unit lost.
There's more of that shit. So this guy's actually going to go inside. And you saw how he was at crippled red health. He came back out fresh. So if your infantry start taking too much damage, you can just send them back to the main place to heal. Okay. Okay, that gets rid of all the toxin crap over here. Oh god, yeah, they're already doing the bomb car bullshit. Oh, I fucking hate that. Was I summoned? I heard cripple. Oh my god. That's fucked up. Hey, more reinforcements. That guy is actually telling the truth. He'll help you out and make this mission a little easier. Really? He killed my dozer. I didn't think those guys could one-shot dozers. Oh my fucking god. Okay.
General, our base is under attack. Right here. Move on the front. Carrying out orders. China needs us there. Ready for orders.
Alright, you pissed me off.
Defenders of peace. Ready for warfare. Yes, sir. Fighting for the Red Army.
Rebuild a supply center here.
They're attacking our base.
So this is actually a really nifty thing to have, because this oil refinery will actually reduce the cost of vehicles. And that's nice to have. Where the fuck are these assholes coming from? Look here, you needle dick. What are you doing? Get away from there! I didn't order you to go in there, you idiot. Now, it doesn't reduce the cost by that much, but spending 80 less bucks per tank is actually kind of nice. There are no more supplies here. Well, don't worry, we've got supplies elsewhere. Fall back within the defensive fortifications. Alright. There is a way to get infinite money, but we don't have that ability yet. This enemy is literally known as a terrorist. I wish I was kidding. Chicken goujons, no way I'm eating chicken balls with my mac and cheese. Let loose the juice! goes the convention center.
The terrorist threat is reached. Good work. Unit lost.
Oh god, Borderlands 3. I don't want to have to annoy Liz with this because I've already talked to her, but talked to her about it. But she's heard me run off at them on it. I have finally watched the entire first season of the Devil May Cry anime. Mate, you don't annoy me. Three Gorges Dam, Hubei Province, China. A flood of violence. Oh, shit. Alright. You gotta get a command center going quick. Because flooding that area down there, that only slowed the GLA down. That is not going to stop them. Black Lotus, however, is the commando of the Chinese army. And you would think being a commando, with what we know of commandos in Command & Conquer, she'd be super powerful, super deadly, and super OP. Not really in this game. I don't think the anime was entirely garbage. I actually feel like that's going a little too far with it. I do think that it does have a lot of issues. However, Capcom has gone out of their way to make it clear the animation is not canon to the main story or the main universe, and should not be taken as such. Thank God. Get a fucking reactor going. Build another dozer. This bridge here is where the enemy will make their reappearance. Get a supply center going over here. Okay. Sell this.
Is complete. Moving right here. We have big plans. Next location. Carrying the big gun.
So Black Lotus is powerful in that she can capture buildings at a distance and faster than regular infantry. Uh, Vehicle hack is nice. It helps disable vehicles, and she can also hack cash out of enemy supply centers. The problem is that she decloaks to do any of that.
The ULA will be able to cross the river soon. Let's prepare a warm welcome.
China needs us there. We will defend this territory. China needs us. Moving to new area. Carrying out orders. Yes, General. China needs us there. Carrying out orders. We will defend this territory. China needs us there. Carrying out orders. Moving to new area. Carrying out
The
orders.
water level has dropped. The ULA are crossing the river.
Not for long.
Looks promising.
Unit lost.
That's not a good spot. Try another.
Construct another supply center down here, way far away from where the enemy can actually spawn its troops. It's amazing how much a person can change.
We have big plans. Let's pick up some troops.
I baited that tank right into the tank hunters. Mwahahaha. Okay. About ready to cross the river. This is the Scorpion tank. It's the standard GLA battle tank. When compared to the Battlemaster or even the Crusader that the United States faction uses, it's not actually a very good tank. The thing that that particular tank has on Battlemasters and Crusaders is speed. It is a lighter and faster tank, and it is more mobile, but it is not more powerful. It is less armored, it is less powerful with its main gun, and as a result, it tends to die pretty easily. Particularly when it's outnumbered by other tanks. The only way Scorpion tanks win battles is through large numbers.
Unit lost. Give me a gun.
Let's get Lotus in here. Let's construct a supply center over here. Oh, they're destroying a building full of that's been garrisoned by GLA troops. Once a unit hits rank 2, it will actually learn how to self-repair. You'll notice you can build an airfield, and I haven't really done that. I don't really care for air units in this game because of how I have to micromanage them. Micromanagement with them is not very player-friendly. But I suppose I will build a few just to show them off. Chinese air forces are not ideal in this game. They're not bad, though. The GLA is actually a unique faction in that they have no air power whatsoever. That's also Steve Bloom voicing the Battlemaster tank. Get him the fuck away. Oh, thank God. Oh, yes! There we go. Now I can actually get the airfield running and build a few MiGs. MiGs in this game are an incendiary carpet bombing unit. Or not carpet bomb, incendiary strike bomber unit. Excuse me. Carpet bombing is something very different. Holy shit! That's a lot of enemy troops. Oh! Wow, okay. I hope she can get in here without raising an alarm. Yeah, she can. They don't even know she's here. Now, can I do this without them noticing? No. No. No, I can't. Okay. God damn.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
It looks like they exhausted the bulk of their army at this point.
Unit lost.
There's my backup tanks. Gotta get rid of that freaking arms dealer. Oh, shit. Jesus. God damn, that was a lot of fucking dudes. Wow. They lost 211 soldiers. They lost double what I did.
Agents report that our insidious enemies have constructed a biotoxin factory. General,
The Tangula Mountains.
immediately deploy a commando team led by our fearless officer Black Lotus. Once the strike team locates the factory, the firestorm from our jet pilots will answer the GLA's futile threats.
I don't know why they call this broken alliances. Well, that didn't end very well for them.
General, the GRA has a toxin facility inside China's borders. This facility must be destroyed before it becomes fully operational. If the facility is destroyed by conventional means, the toxin will spill into the Yangtze River, killing thousands. We must use the biostrike weapon to burn any trace of the biochemical. There are stinger sites defending the airspace around the facility. You will have to lead a special forces team to take out those stinger sites and clear the way for our jet fighter.
Alright, so this is how you're able to get infinite money in this game, and this is not a trick that I realized initially. You'll notice I just spent all my credits on buying hackers, and we don't have any money. That's not a problem. We can also get the Steel Money Power, which is one of China's other nifty abilities. The Steel Money Power allows you to literally suck cash out of an enemy's supply stash. So what this guy does is he hacks into the internet to steal cash. You can use hackers to be able to replenish your financial losses in missions. Uplink cables ready. Now, the funniest part about using them as a means to make money, you notice you don't make very much money from these guys initially. That will change as they increase in veterancy. And hackers actually gain veterancy by using their hacking skills to produce money for the cause. Hacker man. Nobody will notice that money is missing. I'll suck the internet dry. I love the over the top like hacker lines they have. Don't think Seth has ever heard of Home on the Range. I've heard of Home on the Range. Dude, I'm fucking American. That's where Home on the Range was invented. Who the fuck are you kidding? I didn't know that's what you were talking about earlier because I wasn't paying as much attention as I probably should have to the chat. But if you, like, over time, those guys are going to start gaining veterancy levels as they hack, and they're going to increase the amount of money they get slightly. At max veterancy, the amount of money they can suck out of the internet doubles, so they don't steal in $5 increments, they start stealing in $10 increments, which can actually get you a lot of money. You heard of Alameda Slim, who was a cattle rustler? He was in his 40s when it was out. I mean, what? I'm in my 30s! Jesus Christ! I'm gonna slap this fucking Brit in my chat, man. All they want to do is tell me how old I am. Just the rudest. Stole 5,000 credits in a single night using.
Need a transfer.
Moving now, sir.
Yodeling? 5,000 cattle in a single night. Wow. Okay. I get the feeling this is an internet meme.
Unit lost.
So your troopers cannot actually capture structures themselves. You also need to be very aware of enemy technicals, because enemy technicals will run your soldiers the fuck over. You notice these guys have all mostly promoted at this point one rank, and they're all stealing $6 credit values. An actually animated movie called Home on the Range. I've heard of it, I just haven't watched it. I don't know shit about Home on the Range. Oh look, Raider buggy, or rocket buggies.
We are the Red Guard. Moving now, sir. Immediately.
But since your troops can't capture those buildings, Lotus can. And you need to take note that you can pretty much only build infantry right now. Also, if you look at my cash reserves, I've got quite a bit of money. These guys really are hard at work robbing the internet. That's because you're old.
We stand together.
GRA has captured one of our war factories. Use Black Lotus to regain control of it, so we can build tanks and more.
Yeah.
Back down the enemy. We are the Red Guard.
Destroy that toxin tractor. There we go.
Upholding the position, General. Destroy the last data site near the toxin facility.
Every time we wipe out enough stinger sites, they drop in an airdrop of extra reinforcement troopers. Just to keep you going. They really were trying to encourage somewhat faster play.
People's Army. Defenders of peace. I'm carrying the big gun. The People's Army. Right away.
Now you can blow that war factory up, but if you do, you're really going to hobnobble yourself for the rest of this mission.
Moving now, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of how badly you're going to hamstring yourself. The toxin tractor just wiped out a good large portion of my troops. Oh yeah, that cutscene made those guys stop sucking money out of the internet randomly for some dumb reason. That was a bug that was in the original version, and I'm very annoyed to see that it continues now.
Sure.
China's rocket soldier. Take down the enemy.
Unit lost.
I thought that toxin tractor was going to do a lot more already.
Unit down. Quickly. I'll turn them out. Unit lost.
Okay. Get back, honey. Get back. Get back. Holy shit. You were going to die.
Sure. Got it. Unit lost.
Chain gun transfer is complete.
Their building is ours.
What happened to the racetrack? We left that mission. I deserve a hangout session tonight. The end of Alien was so heartbreaking for me. Oh no. You knew that was gonna end eventually, goddammit. You really did. Like I didn't hide that from you at all.
China's rocket soldier. Attack that one.
Unit lost.
That's why I fucking hate toxin tractors. They make it impossible to do infantry only missions. There's Lotus.
Is it clear?
Go snag that supply crate. That's more bonus money.
Where's the supply center? We'll clean them out. That's right.
You need another way to prove your devotion to me, so... Well, no, I really don't. You need to learn how to have faith in people. That's what I just heard.
Unit lost.
Get in the fucking building! No, I don't think I do. I played an entire game I really didn't care for you, and I endured a lot of hours because of it. Like, I had a lot of fun with that game. I did. I'm not going to pretend like I didn't. But that was not my bag, and that was not something I really wanted to do. Burn out their toxin tank. Burn out their toxin tank. These GLA bastards really are some sick fucks putting toxin tanks here. You know, I'm going to send some troops over here to deal with this toxin tractor. I don't feel like leaving one of these abominations. Toxins versus flamethrowers. I mean, if I was still using just infantry, that would be a problem. But I'm not. Hack that building.
Is it clear?
Oh, they had a fucking toxin tractor come out of there.
Ready for transfer. I'll be in and out.
See, she steals buildings way faster than conventional infantry do. And she can steal them at range.
Let's do it.
And this will allow you to have an idea of how GLA tech works to some degree. Scorpions, technicals, quad cannons, radar vans, toxin tractors, rocket buggies. Rebel, terrorist, hijacker, RPG trooper. Oh, by the way, if you research capture building here, I'm going to train a Red Guard unit just to show this off. I just want to see, because I think it does something special. Researching capture building. Oh, it does not actually... Yes, it does! It gives them the ability to capture structures. Even though you can't research it in this barracks. And that is because capture building is coded as a universal thing for all forms of basic infantry. Fucking toxin tanks. I didn't steal any of this GLA structure shit because I needed it, by the way. I stole this entire base because I wanted to. Also, they don't use dozers like the other two factions do to build their buildings. They use workers, and their workers are basically slave labor. So now you really kind of see why I think the GLA are all really fucked up people. There we go. Burn these motherfuckers out. Kind of why you need vehicles for this. An infantry army could conceivably beat this mission, even on the hardest difficulty. But you would lose so much more than is actually worth it. Vehicles just speed this mission up so much better. I need to finish the Age of Myth campaign for the Chinese, too. I want to point this out, though. The voice acting in this entire game is way more high quality and way more interesting than the voice acting for the Chinese campaign and the Age of Myth campaigns in general in Age of Mythology Retold. Also, please note that they said the firestorm would destroy all of the toxins, and burn it out, but toxins still kind of sprayed out everywhere when that facility was destroyed. Okay. You could come to my wedding. Oh my god. travel halfway across the fucking the fucking planet.
Given the citizens from the city, our American friends have agreed to help us in our quest to rid the world of the GLA.
U.S. forces will provide air support, call in carpet bombs, and destroy the GLA. So yeah, the U.S. and China, they work together a lot in these campaigns.
We have you on radar. Proceed to target. Send up commando.
Kyrgyzstan.
American bomber. Proceed to target. Send up commando. Roger, China Command. Bravo 1 Niner beginning our run. Cover your ears, boys. You're getting loud down
Damn, it's already been an hour and a half. Cower in fear!
Has granted us use of their heavy bombers. Use them to drive the GLA from their hiding spot before you send in your troops. General, the GLA is entrenched in you. It's up to us to rout them out. Destroy all their bases.
It's time we corrected our mistake. Kill them all. We are the red guard. Immediately.
Carpet bombers are ready to deploy.
Our base is being attacked. Tactical fighter reporting. Sorry, sir. I can't build there. That's a
I don't know why you don't start with a bunker or with a barracks in this mission. You start with basically everything fucking else, but you don't get a barracks. And I can't figure out why.
There are additional supplies to the north.
Okay. I need a bunker. Yeah, you start with everything except for, you know, your war factory and your barracks. I don't understand why. So the Americans provide carpet bombers as an assistance power in this mission. Effectively, what that means is every 2.5 minutes, I can do this. If you're wondering what this is, wonder no longer. I'm a bad person. I'm a really bad person. Because this is the kind of horrible fate I inflict upon those who would be my enemy. Fuck off.
General, if we can destroy one of those GLA camps, the main base should be easily reached.
She also mentions there's additional supplies to the north if we need them. That will be a thing that we'll be worrying about. Can you stop evil laughing, bro? I'm deaf in one ear and it's even freakier. I'm just trying to vibe here. No, you will deal with my maniacal laughter and my evil-mindedness. Okay, those bunkers do not actually cost power. They're attacking our base! They all immediately get blown the fuck up.
Bombers are ready for a door.
Oh shit. They've got buggies.
There are 4 targets remaining.
China's rocket soldier. Defenders of peace. Yes, our base is being attacked. Aircraft standing by. Copy that.
Unit lost.
Alright, alright. It's about time I quit fucking around.
Unit lost.
Get another fucking power generator. Let's get some Battle Master. Get a little incendiary. Fuck your technicals, bro. God damn. Good, now go fix that bunker.
Unit lost.
He ran them all the fuck over! He ran them all over. I love this game. I love it so much. Oh, that was beautiful.
Temperature stable. We are moving.
Alright, I need to thin out the GLA forces in here somehow. I got a couple ideas. This is my first. Here. Thank you.
The city is swarming with GNA. Be on the lookout for kidnapped children.
Jesus! What happened to my tanks? Oh. God damn it. I was just starting to be able to get enough troops and whatnot to do something. Did all of my MiGs die? Yes, they did. Wow.
Where is the battle? We're fighting for the Red Army. We defend China's airspace. Attacking ground forces. They're attacking our base. Make in flight. Enemy in the ground.
There are 4 targets remaining.
We defend China's airspace.
Unit lost.
These damn buggies, man. Where are my dozers? There we go. Okay. That should at least reduce the numbers of their vehicle units all over the place. Okay, that also exposed they have a base to the north. I don't have any dozers. Did they destroy both of my dozers? God damn it. Okay, go fix that. Okay, research black napalm. That's gonna upgrade the other soldiers that we're gonna use, or the MiG firestorm weapon. It upgrades that too. How much money do I have left? 24,000. Okay. That's enough to keep me going for a little while. Perfect. Okay. We need to combine the carpet bomb strike with an attack up here, I think. No. Here. I just hope I don't lose all my MiGs this time. Okay, this is why I lost all my MiGs. There's fucking stinger sites everywhere. What? Hold back. Okay, rebuild the other dozer. Oh, hello, Monkins. Welcome. Jesus! Half those buildings just fucking detonated, and there went my tanks! Damn! Okay, the enemy barracks is destroyed. Come on, burn that. Burn it down. Fuck! Okay, go fix that Gatling turret. Let's do chain guns. Upgrade the damage to these Gatling tanks.
Carrying out orders. Moving to new area.
They're trying to hit me with another wave of buggies again, and it didn't work. I'm very aware of where the targets are. Thank you, Adjutant. Big boom. Ugh. Jesus. God damn, man! How many mines did they plant around here? Okay, we gotta get rid of more of these arms dealers, man. They're just flooding the place. Three targets left. Phew. Okay. Pull the tanks back. It's time for the air power to do some work.
It's very hot in here. China's Air Force. Making flight.
There's a lot of stingers between us and them. Again. And there's a barracks down here. Okay. I've got enough tanks to mobilize. Okay. More demo traps. I don't really have a good, like, detector unit to locate those and disarm them. That's the problem. I guess I could use the APC, but this is also why I keep the dragon tanks around. Dragon tanks will clear the enemy garrisons. As long as they don't die.
Moving to new area.
Yeah, that could detect the stealth units that are blowing me up. Get rid of that quad cannon. I'll take $4,000. And then immediately pump it into building more tanks. Nail him! Nail him! He's shooting you, man! Don't just sit there! dickhead. God damn it!
There are 3 targets remaining.
Yes, I know. Thank you for constantly reminding me. The level to which you remind me is honestly starting to get annoying, game.
We defend China's airspace. Enemy underground.
More carpet bombs! More! I will blow you all to hell! Yes! I lost a MiG, but I got rid of another one of those problems. Oh shit! I'm out of funds. Oh no. And I need a propaganda center. Okay.
Where is the battle? Serving China's needs. Yes, General. Moving to new
I need to take my forces up here. Okay. This has come under the least amount of attack. Marauder tanks.
carrying out orders. I have China's blessing. Move order confirmed. Order rampages. China needs us there. Yes, General. I have China's blessing. We will defend this territory. We will give him
Unit lost.
Where is the battle? Move order confirmed. Carrying out orders.
Attack bomber already deployed.
They will escape. Crush the enemy. Everyone attack. We are invincible. Destroy China's enemies.
Unit lost.
Get rid of that arms dealer.
General, there is 1 target remaining.
We have big plans.
Okay, construct a supply center.
Battlemaster tank reporting. Crush the enemy. Is complete. Yes, General. China has beat you.
Somehow I'm still getting money. That truck is... Oh, he's collecting cash from right over there. Okay. I was like, how the fuck am I getting cash? Okay. Construct a propaganda center. Oh, shit. Crisis averted. That was almost the end of me. That removes most of the GLA's forces. And honestly, the hardest part of this mission really is just kind of getting started and, you know, getting off the ground. Because there's GLA everywhere. There's anti-vehicle bombs all over the place. You can't really do anything but detonate them on your troops because you don't really have a choice.
Orders complete, sir.
Okay. Okay, six more, 6 hackers to start. 7. We're gonna go for a solid 8 hackers. No, 10 hackers actually, so that I can very quickly not need to pull funds from supply centers. If I could have gotten up here earlier, that would have been great, but I was getting hammered so badly by everything over here, I didn't really have a chance to get up here until after I cleared this out. Oh my god. This mission was kind of a nightmare. I love how those guys take such pride in stealing people's money. It's adorable. It's also funny as shit. This is also one of the reasons why I didn't really like the Chinese Air Force in this level. Yeah. MiGs aren't durable. Yes, I'm aware. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to take these tanks back down here where I can prepare a large-scale army for them. Look at all the money these guys are giving me. This is why you don't fuck with nerds, by the way. The nerd is like the most valuable unit in the Chinese military in this game, because nerds produce infinite wealth. They know how to reverse microtransactions, and this is why companies should stop stealing money from people through that and try to earn it instead. Tuh! Nationalism. Increases the horde bonus for Red Guards, Tank Hunters, and Battle Masters, which are the primo units for that. The Propaganda Center is basically an advanced tech building. Also, you haven't seen me build these yet. They're ridiculously expensive, but Overlords are pretty powerful. Oh, the promotions are starting. It won't be long now before we're making oodles and oodles of money. Off of a bunch of nerds with computers. Nationalism will bring us victory. I love that. It's really dumb, but I enjoy it.
We will defend this territory.
Did they rebuild those bombs? No. Thank you for killing the terror. Thank you for killing the suicide bombers first. Those are the really dangerous enemies in that engagement.
Yes, General.
Okay.
General, there is one target remaining.
Yes, there is, and we're going to get a little glimpse at the GLA a little early, because I'm going to use the GLA to create a forward base.
We are the Red Guard. Right away. Adjusting gas valve.
I just lost 80% of my tank army. So let's spend a shitload of money building more tanks. Let's also build a Black Lotus. Because there's something funny you can do with Black Lotus. Largely because the enemy is a little stupid and they don't ever remove their... they don't ever just get rid of their own buildings. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop after this mission, because that's going to be my 2-hour mark, and then I'm going to go take a walk.
Sure.
So, you can bring Black Lotus over here
Got it. Sure.
to do something actually pretty funny. This is also a fast way to max out her veterancy, or at least get close to it. Because what Black Lotus can do to enemy supply stashes here... Oh, you may have just heard the Overlord tank come out of the factory. You're going to get to see a few of those.
We'll clean them out.
She can basically hack into enemy supply stashes or supply centers and rob them of some money. Now, the higher rank she gets when she does this, the more money she takes. At first, she just steals $1,000, which can usually be enough to get you back on your feet, or usually be enough that the enemy will have a hardened impact from you doing that. But you can just keep stealing from them.
Need a transfer.
Okay, so this is the Overlord tank. You can build a Gatling cannon on it, which allows it to become anti-infantry in addition to anti-vehicle. You can build a battle bunker, which will allow you to garrison soldiers. Or you can build a propaganda tower on it, which is what I'm going to do. Now, what these speaker towers do is they basically, like, functionally what they do is they provide AoE heals. What they do in game is they they espouse enemy propaganda, or they espouse communist propaganda, and somehow it actually somehow it makes units perform better. So let's build some workers.
Alright, tanks, take on the People's Army. China's tank division. It's very hot in here.
And the way GLA generate infinite money, more or less, is they build black markets. The black market is a very expensive building. Oh, I can even build angry mobs now. That's funny. Marauder tanks and Scud launchers, these require general promotions, so I won't be able to build those. But I can build Scorpion tanks and add those to my arsenal, which are a nice little light tank. I'll let you know when I care, he says to the starving worker that's probably being used as slave labor. Cannot we live in peace? Hey, look, living in peace would be great, but GLA don't do peace, okay, brother? Yeah, they hurt their workers. Oh my god. They're if you needed more evidence that the GLA were absolutely horrible individuals, congratulations, now you have it. AK-47s arm the mob. Toxin shells, Scorpion, Marauder tanks carry a small amount of anthrax. Anthrax beta, bonus damage to toxin units. Camouflage, rebels are hidden from enemy sight when not shooting. Yeah, you know, the GLA aren't horrible, murderous war criminals. They're totally a legitimate faction. They're not pieces of murderous, amoral shit. They're totally pieces of amoral, murderous shit.
Battlemaster Deck reporting. Yes, General.
Speaker tower is ready.
This building is ours. Yes. Toxin shells upgrade. China's border.
Toxin shells upgrade. The GLA really are sick bastards.
We have the building now. China cannot. We are the Red Guard.
General, there is one target remaining.
We will claim it for China. Defenders of peace.
Defenders of Peace. You might want to change that name to Mass Murderers. Because that is kind of what you guys are.
Scorpion, ready to sting. We now have camouflage upgrade. Scorpion, ready to sting. China cannot use this building. Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. China's tech Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. Yes, sir.
My God, they've put so many demo traps around here. Yeah, I keep believing that.
This enemy has no honor. There are more of them hiding in the mountains. Lost.
Very well. This is good.
Speaker tower is ready.
Maintain your fire! It's very hot in here. I will obey. Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion.
The black market's where they get a lot of their advanced equipment upgrades. They can get junk repair, which allows them to just take random junk and heal their vehicles.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Take up the GLA.
Unit lost.
At your request.
What? Speaker tower is
Ready for it. My name on the red eye. Ready for action. Okay, here we go. I can think that fast.
Speaker tower is ready.
Ready for order. Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to
Unit
sting.
lost.
Scorpion, ready to sting. Scorpion, ready to sting. Dragon tank. Scorpion, ready to sting. Battlemaster tank reporting. Yes, General. We are invincible.
Destroy the palace! The GLA Palace is actually kind of a unique advanced building because it uses... It has the ability to garrison units inside of it. That's not normal. Most buildings can't do that unless they're bunkers.
Unit lost.
Oh, you dick. We have AP rockets now. I swear the Overlord is kind of this game's version of the Mammoth tank that the GDI use in certain Command and Conquer games.
We are victorious.
This better be good.
We've actually cleared most of the Chinese missions. I don't know which one we're at now. How far are we in here at this point?
Disturbing news, General. The GLA
Bishkek.
has the audacity to commandeer one of the people's railroad lines to move its troops. It is gathering a large force on Bishkek, the sub-capital of Aldistan. Only your decisive attack can and the GLA's latest offensive.
Okay.
GLA are bringing troops into the area by train. We need to destroy the train route at the North Air.
I'm gonna stop the stream as soon as this cutscene ends. It's not gonna take long. Then I can load a save on the next stream, and it'll be fine. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to stop by my YouTube to catch all my remaining streams. Make sure to stop by Discord and join me there if you guys want to throw suggestions for things I can play in the future. I'll see you all next time. Have a good day. Save. Oh, that's the 6th mission. Okay. So, I believe there's 8 to 10 missions per campaign.